Happy Big Brother 26 Eviction Day, and we have some breaking news and spoilers we need to talk about, so smash that like. Hopefully you're wearing something comfy, grab a beverage, and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold, but don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel for the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. That's me, stand-up comedian and Big Brother superfan Joleen Lunzer, here to break it all down for you with a comedic twist. We take a look at Big Brother. We provide comedy and commentary. Remember, I am very opinionated about this show. I'm very biased in who I like, but that doesn't mean you have to have the same opinions as me. You are welcome to sound off in the chat, and we can just agree to disagree and have fun laughing about this crazy show.
What's POV?
What is POV? You guys. All right, we got to talk about Big Brother 26 spoilers. It's eviction day. It's Thursday. Someone's going home. Chemo or Quinn. Now that we know, now that we know, because we're into spoilers, that MJ has used the power of veto that she won in OTEV in one round. And she took Angela off the block, and Quinn was put up as the replacement nominee. But first, as Chen says, you guys, we have some breaking news. Today's live eviction will make Big Brother history. And you might be like, well, why is it going to make Big Brother history, Joleen? Well, that's because they're reporting that for the first time in 24 years, Chen will not be hosting the show. What? She's not going to host a live eviction for the first time in her career. Instead, guess who's stepping in? The H of H and Big Brother superfan himself, the reason for the season, Jerry O'Connell.
You know, it was really fun to see him win H of H, and sort of get his, to hear he's in it.
Yep. The super fan, self-proclaimed, who loves himself at H of H, Jerry O'Connell will step in tonight for Chen, which is going to be very weird. And again, I'm telling you, since they incorporated this AI twist with Ainsley, Julie, they are coming for your job. You're in danger, girl.
You better not.
You know how bad Jerry wants that job? Really bad. Okay. Chen said Friday morning, she woke up with a she woke up with a sore throat and went to see her good friend, who is an ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor. That night, he called to say she had the Covina. Yep, Chen's got the covert 19. Thankfully, this is only the second time she says she's had it. Okay, Julie, cool story. And it's been very mild. She's got no fever. She's got no sore throat. All right, thanks for the specifics. Unfortunately, Julie says, I am still testing positive as of this morning, despite feeling good, strong, and my cough being gone. I must sit tonight's Big Brother eviction out. All right, calm down, Chris Kirkpatrick. We'll get through this. All right. Thank you, she says, to Jerry O'Connell for filling in for me. I hope Jerry fits into my dress.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Good one, Jules. She also hopes he has a ball or two, and tells the house guests she misses them, but she'll be watching from home. And then she says, see, Chen bot is human after all. Love one another and enjoy tonight's show. Oh gosh, Jerry, if you could just not tell us to love one another tonight, it will be a success.
There is no fair or unfair in the Big Brother house. First of all, let's just say that.
There isn't, Jerry. There's no fair. There's no unfair. And tonight you have some Chen bot shoes to fill. If you could just not recite the Bible, talk about the Lord, maybe refrain a little bit, give the Lord a break. I think you'll do pretty well, because clearly you know about Big Brother, because you know exactly what us BB podcasters and commentators, what we're thinking and what we want.
You know, if you listen to the podcast and everything, some of the Big Brother connoisseurs don't like how unpredictable this season is, but that's why it's so incredible.
That's why it's so incredible. Yeah, we love predictable. You know, we know, you know that our favorite saying is expect the expected. Okay. So there's Jerry. Jerry's going to be there with the H of H. Speaking of H of H's, if you want to support the channel further than liking or subscribing, you can also send a super chat while we're live here on YouTube. I'll highlight your comment. It's a great way to support the channel. You can also send a super thanks after the video posts. Thank you to those of you who continue to hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or you can do what Mike did, and you can become a member of my YouTube channel or check out my Patreon, where we have bonus exclusive content every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific. We have the H of H, which is inspired by tonight's host, Jerry O'Connell, where we take a deeper dive into Big Brother. And I also dropped the link so you guys can come up and give me your thoughts on Big Brother this season.
You know, it was really fun to see him win H of H, and sort of get his, to hear he's in it.
To hear he's in it. Steven, thank you for the first super chat of the live. Steven says, I only hope Quinn at least roasts Jerry's fandom. Quinn has no idea. Quinn doesn't, he's not plugged in that way. All right. But I was thinking that Quinn is going to be so disappointed as a super fan of this show. He is going to be like, where's Julie? So Quinn, not only has he had 2 miserably unsuccessful H of H's, in the words of Jerry O'Connell, he's also had a showmance that never became a thing. He's been simping, and we all know simping ain't easy. He went in thinking him and his other super fan ally were going to go to the end, and they were just going to smoke through the idiots. And most likely he's probably going home tonight. Again, I can't say for sure. You can never say for sure, but taking out the AI arena, I think this is the closest we've been this season to being able to successfully predict an eviction. And it'll be Quinn, and that'll be Quinn looking at Jerry like, where's Julie? What? So I doubt they've told the house guests yet that Julie's not there. I'm sure they'll prep them beforehand. It would be better if they didn't, so we could get like a reaction like, who are you? You know, like in Uncle Buck when Macaulay Culkin comes out and he sees John Candy in his kitchen cooking breakfast because the parents left overnight because the mom's father unfortunately passed away. And he goes around the corner of the kitchen and a young Macaulay Culkin goes, who are you? And he says, I'm your Uncle Buck. And that's going to be Jerry tonight. He's going to be like, I'm Jerry O'Connell, super fan. Are you the H of H? No? Okay. Did you win the POT, the pot that Angela's looking to smoke when she gets out of here? Is that a thing? Jerry, it's the POV. Oh, I thought it was the POT.
And if you guys have a pot, I'm going to have a pot too.
And then Quinn's going to look at him just like Macaulay Culkin looked at John Candy and Uncle Buck and go, he's cooking our garbage, because that is what Jerry's going to do. He's going to be cooking the garbage that is left since the AI arena was eliminated, taken out of the show. David, thank you so much for the super chat. David says, I'm in Canada and no live TV at my daughter's place, but I'm rooting for Quinn and I want to wish aloha to the Hawaiian being Chemo. Chemo says thank you. Okay. And he's going to do a little pot for you. Everyone's going to do a little pot. I'm going to do a pot. That's what Angela said. So tonight, if most likely when Quinn is evicted, he's going to not be able to tell Julie how exquisite she looks. He's not going to be able to meet probably one of his heroes, Julie Chen. Instead, he's going to meet Jerry O'Connell, and he's going to go, do I know you? He's like, yes, I host the talk sometimes. I don't know. Is he a full-time on the talk now? I was in Stand By Me. Did you ever see Something Apartment, where I starred along with millions of roaches? No, Joe's Apartment, I think it was, back in the 90s. Okay. Have you heard of Rebecca Romaine or Rebecca Romaine Stamos when she was married to John Stamos? I'm married to his ex-wife. Oh, yeah, she was in X-Men. Okay. Other than that, I'm having a hard time remembering other things on my resume, other than being clearly a super duper pooper fan. Oh, you guys of Big Brother.
There is no fair or unfair in the Big Brother house. First of all, let's just say that.
There really is. There really is. So this is gonna hit hard. This is gonna hit hard. Yes, Mystique in X-Men. Jerry O'Connell's wife is. So we'll see. I will tell you, Big Brother did reach out to me to see if I was available. I said, I'm really busy. I have a couple live streams today I can't miss. So hit me up next time Julie gets the Covina, and I'll think about it. I'm going to think about it until actually, you know what I did, you guys? I took a stand. I didn't want to tell you guys this, but I said, until you bring back the flashback option, I can't do it. I can't do it. If you bring back the flashback option, you can have me. You can have me at hello. Yes, David. Who are you? I'm your Uncle Buck. He's cooking our garbage. That is one of my favorite scenes from a movie. I don't care what anybody thinks, but it is. But really, Jerry O'Connell, who is he? Who is he? Where did they find him?
Who is she? 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 Where did you find her?
Oh, yes, Danielle. And he was in Scream 2. I know Jerry has a long resume. No shade to Jerry, but Jerry O'Connell. The best way to explain him, probably nicest guy you'll meet, probably just a real gem of a human. Also seems to be a super fan of everything that gives him a paycheck, which God bless. God bless getting that bag, Jerry. But same way with Bravo. He's a huge, and I cover Bravo shows, so he's always on Watch What Happens Live. And he knows just enough to make him dangerous, similar to Big Brother. But I honestly think the day that he came in as some kind of, from the clips I was playing, some kind of expert super fan, I think they were just walking around the CBS lot and they were like, has anyone ever watched Big Brother? Anyone heard of it? And Jerry's like, we're paying. You get to be on TV. And Jerry's like, I'm a huge fan. I love the H of H and the POT. And they're like, whatever, just bring them on. Just bring them on. Jerry's just picking up Julie's scraps. He went on to the talk after Julie. Now he's going on to Big Brother. So shout out to Jerry. We roast you, but it's all in love, mostly for your wife. Okay. Moving along. They should give the guy who hosts. Oh, Naomi says they should give the guy who hosts The Price is Right the job. Drew Carey. I think Drew's like, no thanks. I already got a winning show. And I also think Drew has a restraining order against Angela. Allegedly, Angela, who's been on Price is Right. Okay. Obviously, everything I say is true, except for the parts that are false. Everything for entertainment purposes only. But Drew Carey's like, who's on your show this year? Oh, Angela? No, I'm busy. Okay. Yes. Good afternoon, Colleen. All right. So let's talk about what's been going on in the last 24 hours in the Big Brother house. Let's speculate on what we think is going to happen tonight. You guys sound off in the live chat. Hit that like if you haven't already. So obviously they left us on a, what do you call it? They were like, next time. To tune in next time to find out if MJ uses her power of veto. And we're like, what? Why are you breaking this into a 2-part episode? Every season they seem to do this when it is the most unnecessary to actually do it. Where I'm just like, they left us on a cliffhanger. But it's not really a cliffhanger because we know the spoilers. But I guess to casuals, it's a cliffhanger. Like, will MJ use her power of veto to take someone off the block? Yeah, she will. She's going to do it to take Angela off the block. Okay? Don't waste our time here. There was more that they could have added. We talked about it in last night's episode. Roast and recap. But really, why are you doing this to us? We don't need a 2-parter for this one. This one, not to leave us on a cliffhanger. We could have just easily seen who went on the block and went into tonight's episode knowing who was on the block. But again, I really think that without the AI arena in play, it's kind of boring. I'm going to go out there. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. It's pretty boring. We did see some campaigning. Sure. But really, we're settling back into that Big Brother that became monotonous and wasn't as exciting and surprising, where mostly they know who they're going to vote for. Where with AI Arena, they were like, I don't know. Who's going to win? We got to keep it open. So they could definitely bring back the AI Arena every season. And I hope they do, because it doesn't have to be called the AI Arena. It can be called anything. It's an arena. You're battling in an arena. It's the last chance summer dance, last chance to save yourself. It can be the last chance twist. It can be anything. It was great, like Janet's saying, for unpredictability. And now we're just like, womp, womp. All right, let's talk about Chemo first. So Chemo did a little campaigning. Mostly because he saw Quinn doing it. And he admitted to this. And the house guests were talking about it. Like, yeah, Chemo's campaigning. But mostly because I saw Quinn campaigning, so I thought I better. Because Chemo's pretty sure he's staying, but he also told Leah, I don't really like campaigning. Well, who does, Chemo? Who would, you know? And so he was having, all of a sudden, late in the afternoon, we were pulling conversations. Before then, the house guests were doing what they love to do this season, which is like improvisation, making up little shows. Like I talked about briefly last night, Angela and Cam had two very memorable characters they created in the bathroom while Chemo was hosting like an improv variety show where it was supposed to be his concert and he was singing because Chemo actually has a really good voice. And they all pretended they were at his concert, like, play the hits, play the hits. And then he did a little bit. He sang like one song and then he was like, I'm actually going to bring the audience up. We have some people. And Angela committed to her character. Her name was like Donatella Nutella. And she was Russian Italian or something. She had the accent. She had the whole everything. And she stuck with it. And she was like, my man. You know, I can't even do the accent that she did at the time, but she was really selling it. And it was hilarious. But I picked up a little bit of jealousy from other house guests because they forget Angela prides herself. She's not a regular mom. Okay. She's like the mom from Mean Girls, Amy Poehler's character. She's the hard tits, cool mom.
She's back. She's back.
She can twerk. She can do it all. She can party. So she got up there and she was like, all right. So she was acting her ass off and it was actually really funny. And then Cam came up as Ronaldo or whoever the guy was that had wronged her. And then he made up a song, which Cam seems to be very good at making up these little songs. And he puts a hook on it. And then he, it's yesterday, it was different than his other songs, which have been about the kitchen or hair on his balls. And it was really funny. But then again, I gotta call out my girl Rubina. As much as I love her Aquarius energy, and she is very creative and can be very funny and plays a zombie like she was born to be cast in a remake of The Walking Dead. She kind of denied their reality. And when she was given a gift, that's what you call it at improv. Someone gives you a gift, they give you a title, they give you a situation. And Angela said, my daughter's coming up. Talk to my daughter. And, she's clearly Russian, Italian, Irish. And so was Cam. Rubina came up and was like, hey, y'all. Yeah, I'm here to exorcise the demon out of her. And I'm like, what? It really messed with the scene. And I love long form improv. Okay. I'm not really good at it. I have friends that are really good at it. Shout out to Vanessa and Joaquin if they're watching. They're so talented. My husband teaches it. Like Chell is so good at long form improv. So mostly what I know is from him. And he literally teaches classes about this. So I'm watching them going, oh God, oh no. Why did you do that? You're just you just came in with your own idea and you denied their whole reality and nobody wants to play with anyone like that. But fun fact, I've often done that while performing improv. I think it's an Aquarius thing and also a stand-up comedian thing where we just don't care. We want to be on stage by ourselves. But I take improv very seriously, like Ariana from Vanderpump Rules takes sketch comedy. Okay. Because I don't want to brag, but like my husband teaches it. So like I like go with him when people fly him out. Okay. I don't want to like brag. I'm really bad at it, but like my husband teaches it. Okay. So they were doing that. They're having fun. It was actually really fun to watch and I was laughing out loud. That's one thing about this cast is that I feel as if the young Cedric thing, I'll be honest, I didn't think it was very funny. But lately, I really like their improvised like musical comedy, things like that. But the young Cedric, I was like, okay. I like Cedric. It was also his birthday. The house guest saying happy birthday to him. Happy birthday, Cedric. Cedric's a delight, wonderful human being. But I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Like, go Chow. He's like really talented. Like, I don't want to brag, but like, he's really talented. Okay. So I like that about this house. Similar to like BB23, where they make up really good songs. Even last year, I mean, obviously, I can't believe this. This is some bullshit, with Miss Felicia and the others. I don't even know who else performed it with her. I think it was Izzy. But that season is Miss Felicia, Suri, and the others. I don't even know who won last season. I think it was Suri or Miss Felicia. I don't know those other two guys they keep showing, but apparently they were on the show, but wasn't entertaining to me. So back to these guys. Finally, we start getting a little campaigning. And one of the first people that Chemo campaigns to is Cam. Now, Cam is wearing, I believe, some of Chelsea's extensions because Chelsea was washing her hair. She was kind of giving a tutorial. I wasn't interested, maybe because I'm a girl and I already know about that stuff. And also I wanted to hear what the other people were saying, but Chelsea was in the HOH room and she was in the bathroom. And then the other house guests were kind of, talking by the bed, and all I could hear was Chelsea, which is fine. And then Cam put some extensions on as well as a bucket hat. They went into the floating rock room and Chemo's just like, hey, yeah, no, that looks great. Keep it on. And Cam's like, I don't know. I think I'm going to take them out. No, keep it on. It looks great. So we're good. Cam's like, we're good. So we're good. Yeah, we're good. So we're good. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. And then it was done. And I was like, okay, that's some interesting campaigning. Which was pretty much a lot of Chemo's campaigning. We're good. I'm good. I gotta be good. I'm Chemo. I don't really like doing this, but I think I'm good. And we're good. And it's good. And everything's good. So Chemo is gonna stay because it's good. And this could be a strength of Chemo's. The no campaign could actually really be working for him. I think it has a lot more to do with maybe other dynamics in the house, but this is a strategy, technically. I mean, everything in Big Brother is technically a strategy. Even Victoria from BB16, who arguably is one of the people who had, didn't know where she was. She might, I don't know if anyone ever woke her up from the coma she was in, but it was a strategy. Her coasting, that was a strategy. And, thinking she did something, that's a strategy. So this was Chemo. He's good. And I'm not saying he's a Victoria by any means. But now Leah, on the other hand, was kind of treating it like, oh, I'm never going to see you again. Clearly you're going home. Because Leah and Angela think they might have MJ pulled in. And they were trying to work their magic yesterday. To get the vote to stay on Chemo to keep Quinn. Because again, Angela is going to do what her daughter Lexi, I mean Leah, in the house, her house daughter wants her to do. Not because why Quinn does it. Angela doesn't think that Leah is sick nasty.
You're sick nasty?
It's not like that. She's not popping boners for her. You guys, we all know why Angela is doing what she's doing for Leah and standing by Leah, even though kind of already stabbing her in the back, but she's trying to make up for it because, say it with me, she's a mother to a fault.
I am a mother to a fault.
And in this house, Leah came directly from her baby door. So Chuck, you got another daughter. I don't know if you knew about it, but it's this one. So they are kind of thinking we might have the votes, but little do they know, MJ, as we've talked about, already spilled the beans to Chelsea and Cam about this plan, and MJ is not loyal to Leah like Leah thinks she is. Leah thinks she has MJ simping for her like she had Joseph and Quinn, but no. They remain frenemies. They remain the Blue and the America of this season. They just can't get on the same page. They seem to enjoy each other. They seem to have a lot of the same interests, around the same age. But nope, they just cannot get it together. So she's hugging Chemo like he's leaving. Meanwhile, Quinn is going, shout out to BB Lion on Twitter for making this. I want Julie, which is going to be Quinn tonight. Quinn did campaigning. He was campaigning. He did the pot and he did the campaigning. And he thinks he has a chance too. He knows that it's an uphill battle, but he met with his coveted five, being Chelsea, MJ, and Cam, who he wants in a 5 with him and Leah, even though they're like, we don't want to play with Leah, which begs the question, if one of the main factors of why you don't trust Quinn, I know it's because he blew up the Pentagon and he's sketchy. Yes, you do say that. But it seems like, especially Chelsea and MJ can kind of get past that. But what they can't get past is his devotion to Leah. Well, then why didn't you put Leah up? Why didn't you put Leah up? But I know why, and we know why. And I don't want to say it, but you're going to make me say it. Okay? It's because as of now, there remains a infamous women's alliance. Damn it, Chris Kirkpatrick, I barely said it. The women are, kind of working together. Chris, they haven't even made it official. They haven't even named it. Okay? Like the vulva victories. They haven't even named it. The labia ladies. So calm down, Chris. Chris is, he's ridiculous. Him and that dirty tongue are ridiculous. Yeah, there's no areola brigade per se. Officially. So he's making his pitch. He's like, listen, hi, it's me, Quinn, Squatty Potty, Joanne Fabrics. You know me. I shout in the DR. I've been shouting a little less. Maybe production talk to me. Any hooser, I love corduroy. Also, let me tell you something. I've never been to a Joanne or a Whole Foods. Can you believe this guy? He was talking to Rubina this morning. He's never been to a Whole Foods. Is there not a Whole Foods in Oklahoma? What's going on in Oklahoma? What's happening? He was trying to compare the Walmart. I mean, this might make me sound like a bouge magooze over here, but he was comparing the Walmart deli chicken fingers to what we got going on at Whole Foods. Now, I know Whole Foods is grossly overpriced. I barely go there. But when I do, I know it's better than Walmart, okay? Because the prices tell me it's better than Walmart. Clearly, if they're upcharging that much, it's better. That's America. That's capitalism. Duh. Anywho, I couldn't get over that this morning. He also has very strong certain leg muscles because he runs, but he feels inferior to, and he feels very he loves, I should say, Rubina's calves. She's got such great calves. Look at those calves, bro. So the bro in him was coming out. But Quinn has promised his 5 that he wanted to make official. You guys, you can put me up. When we get to 6, I'll be at the bottom of the totem pole. He basically was pulling an Angela. All of the promises and things that Angela has used, Quinn is using. Oh my God, what a hack.
I said, I'm not a liar. I'm trying to lie and I can't do it well. I can't.
And then now he's crying. I mean, is this man just copying everything Angela does at this point? Literally. He's like, you can put me at the bottom. I'll be a pawn. No, that's her job.
This is not good gameplay.
Sure ain't.
Now take that and use that as an advantage against my ass. Come on. I am wise beyond, okay?
Quinn, tell me you're a huge fan of Angela without telling me you're a huge fan of Angela. You're crying now. You're offering to be a pawn. You're saying you'll be at the bottom of the totem pole. They can, keep putting you up. You understand, sir. All right. He was even mimicking walks. Okay. No, he wasn't doing that, but he could have been. And maybe the feed cameras just weren't on him. But geez, get your own gig, Quinn. Ugh. So he tried everything. Now, it was a little convincing to MJ and Quinn. I think also because Angela and Leah were really trying to sell this, hello, break up the trio. Chemo is very dangerous because he's got 3 people, him and 2 others. Way bigger of a target than us. And they were like, yeah, maybe. And T-Core, there's talks now that people are finally starting to notice. Angela in particular is telling people, hello, T-Core, very great social game. If she gets to the end, she's blowing all you guys away. And they're like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. So they start thinking, well, maybe we do need to. I don't know. But, Captain Massage, Captain physical therapy. Shout out to all my dogs at the crib. Was like, no. Are you guys crazy? No. He's like, no, we got to get Quinn. Then we get chemo. Okay. That's the dog order. We get the Quinn out and then we get the chemo out. That's what we're doing. And MJ's like, okay, yeah. Do you want another shirtless massage in front of Chelsea? I think that'll be good for my game. So Cam kind of put the kibosh on that, even though they weren't completely sold, but there was, the idea. So still, again, we still have time. We still have time for a change of mind. However, what I was seeing on the feeds today, watching to see if Quinn was going to just go hard, go Joanne Fabric balls to the wall, he really hasn't. He was talking about Rubina's legs with her running, how to get certain muscles in your legs, never going to Whole Foods. I didn't see any kind of like hard push. Big Brother Bri, thank you so much for the super chat. Big Brother Bri says a Quinn Martin production will be canceled tonight. Operation BLT, Brian and Leah together. Oh man, you might have. What if you have to fight Quinn? What if Quinn comes out and is like, I hope you don't live in Oklahoma, Bri, because he could come to your door. You could see this little curly-haired Joanne Fabrics man show up at your door. But good luck. God bless. Yes, DGF, 142 likes, 639 watching, you guys. Let's try to hit a like goal of 600. So smash that like. It's free. It's easy. It's quick. Just try your best. Bri says Quinn is toast. All right. Is he rye? Is he sourdough? Is he just straight Wonder Bread? We don't know. So as much as Quinn was like, hey guys, I'm back and I want to make that thing work that you guys don't want to make work, because if Quinn would have just completely distanced himself from Leah, and maybe him and Leah could have had the conversation like, let's pretend we hate each other. Let's do anything. Maybe. But the 5 isn't working because they don't want Leah in the mix, because they know literally Chelsea and Leah finally had a conversation yesterday, a long conversation. And then Chelsea went on to retell it. Leah went on to retell it. And Chelsea basically was like, if you put Quinn on the block, Leah, he would thank you. And that, I was like, Chelsea is 100% correct. She could kick him, shove his face in the dirt, tell him I'll never love you, and he'll go, thank you. Can we hold hands when I leave?
You're sick nasty. You're incredible. You looked really cool in yellow. I like your smile. You treat people with kindness. You're really funny. There's a lot. It's just like the word sensational just comes to mind when I think about you.
Really funny. You're really funny. This is what's so frustrating about Quinn, because the alleged super fan he is, his whole game goes down the drain because he is simping so hard that he will basically give up his game for Leah, and has said it. And everyone in the house knows it. And you can't compete with that. This is why it's so dangerous going to the end with Showmances. And you should avoid doing that every chance you get. This is why in BB 15, they had to break up the pizza boy and Amanda. This is why they should have never let Jerks and Mickey and Holly Beth get as far as they did, because look what happened. This is why they broke up Brendan and Rachel. It's very, very dangerous. Because what you will do for love, and even though there's never been or even or even it, he still is. He has shown and admitted just how connected he feels with Leah, and just his devotion for her. Where he will lay down and die. Just like, Quinn, you gotta go. You got to go. I just want Miss Felicia to come in, call him a heifer, and tell him that he has to go, and he's got to go by noon today, which technically it is after noon today. But I would love it if Miss Felicia just came in and was like, oh no, Simpy, you got to go. You got to go by noon today.
Oh, heifer, you got to go. You got to go by noon today.
We got the dog. Oh, y'all just set it up. Y'all set it straight to the office.
Yeah, we heard the dog.
And it's, yes, like Boston Girl saying, he is so just wanting her to hold his hand on his way out the door. He's like, will you just hold my hand? And she's like, I don't know. Like, that sounds kind of gross. I don't know. Like, I mean, probably not. He tried to lay by her once, like next to each other in her bed. And she's like, okay. And then immediately was like, yeah, no. One time she let him kind of lay by her fart box, and that was it. And we know Leah's been, letting some bombs out because everybody farts. She let one out in front of Chelsea about a week ago, and it snuck up, and she was sitting crisscross applesauce, and it's not a good position when a sneaker comes out. So he was like, I'll sit by your fart box. And sure enough, he like laid there. Is this okay? And she's like, okay. And that was probably because she wanted to use the veto on Angela and she didn't want him to be mad. But other than that, he's just, it's crazy. This is insane. This is all Quinn's doing. This is all Quinn. The reason Quinn's going home is because of Quinn. Quinn quinned. And not good. Not good. But he doesn't care. Just that chance. And Leah could. Maybe she feels extra charitable tonight and she holds his hand. But afterwards, she's going to wash it. And she's going to go, ew. Like, gross. I don't know. I wouldn't if I was her, because I think it's just reiterating what the house guest already fears, that no matter what Leah does, that's Quinn's an automatic vote for her. So if Quinn does get evicted tonight, I would be like, bye, see you later. Oh my God, you guys, like, no, we got in a big fight. He hates me now. Make up some kind of lie. So yes. Tim R says, I feel like Quinn could have been Ian, but no. Nah. Tim, I understand the sentiment. I understand kind of thinking that, but Ian was just, no. I think, no shade, no offense, all offense to Quinn, but Ian was just a lot more strategic and a lot more smart. I feel like Quinn gives us super fan going through the motions. He just hits the hits. You know what I mean? He just knows some of the classics. But really, when it comes down to it, it feels a little performative, a little bit fake in the funk. He doesn't love it like I want a super fan to love it, because he's just, and I know super fans, historically don't do very well on this, but then I would argue that they don't really cast true super fans. They're not casting, like you guys in the chat who've been watching forever. So I don't know how much of a super fan he is. The Pumpkin Lady, thank you so much for the super chat. A special gift waiting for you at the post office. I'll check on that today. I got to get up there with my P.O. box because they're messaging me going, we got to renew this. So hopefully they didn't shut her down. Yeah, because I got to be like, here you go. Renew, reuse, recycle. Those 6 months come up quick. Every time I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get up there. So thank you so much, Pumpkin Lady. I'll let you know. I hope it doesn't get sent back, but this won't be the first time that something does, unfortunately. So, but yeah, what sweetie. Stacked in Florida says Quinn probably has been in this chat. He's a fan of Florida. Don't lie to me. If no one ever mentions Joleen. I am the redheaded stepchild of the Big Brother commentator community. It's always, everyone has gotten a mention except for me. Nobody in the house ever. Feel bad for me. Okay, I know Leah wants you to feel bad for her this week, but I had my period too. Okay, and nobody ever mentions, oh, loser Lunzer. That's what they call me. That's what they call me in their secret group chats. Oh, loser Lunzer. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do, to admit that I am an outcast. They're not watching me like that.
This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I vote to evict Ian.
Stacken says, thanks for rubbing it in. Thanks for rubbing it in. One day I will be a respected member of this community. Joleen Stack said, I will mention you before RAJP, even though I'm a mod for them. Thank you. That's so nice of you. I got mentioned before in their live chat, but it was deleted. I did see that years ago, and I was like, oh. But I don't think they really ever mention other creators, right? I don't think so. But I think you mentioned me in the house, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I really appreciate that. That's really nice of you. Oh, Heather says, Joleen, you're my favorite. Thank you. I mean, we all serve a purpose and we're all wonderful, and everyone should follow all the BB podcasters, like I always say. But yeah, there will come a time eventually. Years I'll have passed. I'll be dead in the ground, and they'll go, remember that one chick? She was weird. She had like blonde hair. Yeah, and she would like act out stuff. She thought she was funny. I watched her, but yeah, couldn't really stay with her. Good question, Joseph. They did have an earthquake that they were talking about. Angela's like, it was a big one. Her and Chelsea were like, we felt it, and everyone else was like, I didn't feel it. It was kind of small. Did I feel the 4.7? No, I rarely feel an earthquake anymore. So I don't know if I'm just so acclimated, but just knock on all the wood and stuff. That is this wood? I don't know what that is, but that I never really feel one. Please. So yes, GP313 is saying excited to watch Jerry O tonight. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. I am excited. Lisa, I'm so happy. Lisa, you got back into BB. Because of me, that's so nice. My mom has been watching BB since season 1. Not even she could lure me in. Well, Lisa, I hate to break it to you, but I am your real mother. I am all of your real mothers. Okay? I'm your auntie. I'm your mother. You're all that. Boston Girl says, now that the AI arena is over, maybe we'll get to see an HOH comp tonight. Maybe. It'd be nice to see a live HOH competition. So just to kind of wrap up what went on, let's see if I missed anything. Yesterday in the house, obviously campaigning, pretty boring. Again, without this AI arena, I wonder if Big Brother realizes just how much they need this and how boring a lot of the season, especially toward the end, has been without a twist like this that leaves us guessing. When's the last time, besides this season, where we really looked forward to every single Thursday live eviction? They had a winning thing there with AI Arena, but they already stopped it, which to me is so dumb. You know, if it bothers the house guests and if they're feeling some type of way about it, it's a good twist. It's a good twist. Okay. Let's see. So we know about the Jerry O. Some of you are excited. But Quinn, we might still see this face from Quinn because he kind of thinks he might stay and they might have the votes, but probably by the time that the episode airs, he'll probably know. And technically, you know, some people will say he's being blindsided. He's not being blindsided because he got to play in the power veto. So again, Quinn had ample opportunity to save himself, to not be messy, to not, you know, have an HOH where his top 2 allies went home on his HOH. He had the opportunity to not simp for Leah the whole season and play the game. He had the opportunity to not blow up the Pentagon and keep that alliance, but he didn't want to. And it's weird because we hear Quinn on the feed saying he is fearful for how Tucker played, how that will affect Big Brother and players and how the game is played going forward. And he almost is meaning it like a negative, where no, Tucker's gameplay almost brought life back in to the game because it was so, you know, erratic and also with the AI arena kind of, you know, adding this unpredictability and also putting the kibosh on these big alliances just swooping through the season and voting with the house. So Quinn is just, I know he's critical of Tucker because he probably realizes, and I know he realizes because he's mentioned that Tucker was a fan favorite. Tucker brought a lot of entertainment. But you know that bothers Joseph and Quinn, who probably thought they were going to do that because they were super fans, to the point where even Joseph, you know, we've talked about this, but in his interviews now leaving the house has implicated Tucker as saying problematic things in the house. But again, it's so cryptic that we don't know what the things were. Where before Tucker was saying Leah said it, but he was being so cryptic that we didn't know what she said or if it was true. So who knows what's true? And again, they are under contract and there's only so much they can say. So we probably won't really get a definitive answer on this for quite a few years. A year for sure. And who knows? Maybe Big Brother's going to make him sign some kind of NDA for even longer. not to mention this shit. I don't know. Because I think they want, if Tucker did in fact say something that say things in the house that they were trying to protect him from, they definitely don't want that to get out, because they want, people to like Tucker, because Tucker brought a lot this season, similar to how people feel production might be treating Angela. There's going to be a certain level, I think, of protection. Also, they don't want the liability of it. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, problematic is quite a spectrum. So what's problematic to one might not be. Now, if it's blatant, what we've seen in the past with some of the house guests saying stuff, yeah. But again, we have no specifics. So again, we can only speculate. The same is with Leah. We don't know, because now they're saying, well, Tucker said it. So I think Quinn is just having a problem. I think Quinn's going to have a harder time outside of the house, kind of accepting what he was in the house and how he was perceived. But we'll see. But he's a smart guy, and he knows that, he didn't get the outcome he wanted. Let's just say that. Okay. Let's see. So, Cam and Mackenzie and Chelsea were talking about, getting out Leah. There was also talks about, how big of a threat T-Court is for her social game. And they think, once they get out Leah, they'll be able to kind of control Angela. And I'm like, have you met Angela? You can't control this woman. That's the beauty and the curse of having an Angela in the house. She can't be controlled. You can't rein this woman in. She will fall off the wall every time to do what she wants to do.
I can do this. I can't do this. Ow, shit.
You good?
Damn it.
I can't do this. Ow, shit. Damn it.
You can't control her. Why do these house guests think they can control Angela? Angela is beyond control. It's not going to happen. But okay. And the longer you keep Angela in this game, the more she's going to be sitting in those final 2 chairs, and she's going to give her final 2 speech to Julie with crying with no tears and all. Okay. Let's see. What else? I already talked about Chelsea and Leah had their conversation. It's hard with Leah because Leah also had a game talk with Chemo. And, oh, you guys, with the likes, we make fun of it, but it's real bad. It's Cody Cauliflower level bad. Every other word is like, well, like, I feel like that, like, like, I just think that, like, I felt like people were like alienating me, and like I didn't want to be in a house where like people didn't like me. And like, I know I'm not on the block, and I know I'm not supposed to make this about me. And like, I know, Chemo, it's like you on the block and stuff, and you're sad. And I'm sorry that I'm sad, but I am sad because it's just been such a hard week. And I've like experienced this in like my real life, like a lot of like times where like people have like treated me like this. And like, I don't treat other people like this. And I just don't talk bad about people. And like, I like don't do that. And like, it just like triggered like how I felt before, people like, just like putting me aside. And I felt like the 2 people that I go to the most in like this house, which is Chemo, you, and I'm like, huh? And Quinn, like one of you is going to like go home. And like, I like had to like think about like that. And like, how will I deal like without one of you in the house? So like, it's just been like, I know it's like, I'm not like on the block, but like, it feels like I am, because like you guys like are like, and it feels like a direct like hit on me, like even though it's like happening to you. And I just zone out. I honestly change the channel. I can't. I just can't. I can't, you guys. As much as I promised Leah after she used the veto on Angela and made the season even more interesting, I was going to go hard for Leah. I can't when it comes to the likes. And I almost might need her evicted for that. And that alone. I'm sorry, Leah. I can't do it. Pamela B, thank you for the super chat. Joleen is giving fall grunge vibes, right? It's still 90 some degrees here, but I said I am dressing for September. And do you know that if you start listening to someone, it's like a stutter, you know? And I was a kid that grew up with a stutter. I still struggle sometimes with the stutter. And if you are listening to that all the time and you're around someone who uses words like all the time or might have a stutter, you can pick up on it. It's like the covert 19, you can catch it. So now I'm watching Leah so much and hearing her speak and say, you know, I'm thinking, oh God, now I'm going to do it. Now I'm going to do it all the time. Thank you, David, for the super chat. David says, what if Quinn goes to jury and then Leah in the jury house for a week alone together? Nothing's going to happen. I would be shocked. But then again, I never thought AmeriCorey would be a thing. I still can't believe AmeriCorey's a thing. Okay. Last season wanted to be nice about it. I think maybe I was, I don't remember. But it's baffling. The only way I can see it happening is because we've seen Leah eat her boogers before. And I don't know why that makes sense to me, but it makes sense that she might maybe have a sloppy makeout sesh with Quinn. Because I think the booger eaters in Big Brother, allegedly, everything I say is alleged for entertainment purposes only. However, everything is true except for the parts that are false. They have some kind of riz, as the kids would say, in the Big Brother world, just like Corey, Worcestershire sauce, where they can pull these hoes, you know? So Leah's pulling hoes she doesn't even want. I don't know. There's a power in the booger eating. I'm not willing to experiment and try it, but the booger eaters find love. And that's right. Thank you, Vicky. Vicky says, I saw her do that and said, no, yes. And she even said, I just ate my booger. I thought we were over this after seeing What's His Nuts on BB Can a couple seasons ago on Kevin's season, after seeing him do it and then seeing Corey Worcestershire sauce do it and now seeing like Leah do it. I don't know. I can't explain it. Kira, beautiful name, by the way. Yeah. Booger eaters find love. They find love. They do. Put them on a season of Love is Blind because it has to be blind to hook up with a booger eater. All right. I'm going to stop talking about it. It's not normal. Tash, is it normal? It's not normal. It's not. I wouldn't even say normal because there is no such thing as normal. I'd say it's not healthy. Can't be healthy. Can't be, right? Because it's just like, you know, the feces of the nose. That's how I like to think about it. But, and you're not going to eat the regular, you know, feces, hopefully. So let's not, you know, indulge in the feces of the nose. So, you know what? She probably is, like I talked about yesterday, you know, a little bit of anemia, being on her period, and maybe she's just looking for protein in all the wrong places. Yeah, Corey did it so much. Leah, in Leah's defense, she doesn't do it as much. But Corey Worcestershire sauce, I was like, that and the dirt stash, I don't get it. I understand, you know, he can be charming and all that, but even still, when I see Corey Worcestershire, I'm just like, I wish the best for you, sir, but I have to wish the best from you from a distance, like Bette Midler said. Okay, the world looks like you're eating all your boogers and it's gross. So just from a distance. Okay. I know. Okay. Sharon says, I'm telling you, jury battle back. First 3. It's in my gut. It's been a long time since they've done it. And as wild as this season is, I feel it's going to happen. Sharon, from your mouth, from your lips, to hell with that. And that's no shade on you. I don't want that to happen. But you know what, Sharon? You could be right. You could be right. But I definitely don't want that to happen. Once these people are in the jury, we need them to stay there now. Okay? That's what we need. So, oh, Lordy. Yeah, technically they did. You know, you had Cam come. No, who came back? Jag? And then they had the zombie week. That was a mess. Oh my gosh. And Sharon, you're not alone. So don't let me be, a negative Nancy about it, because David hopes you're correct too. But Tosh says battlebacks are lame. There's no one in there interesting enough for me to want them back. So some want it, some don't. Yeah, Jeg and Cameron. Oh boy. Ugh. Now, if we could have had a battle back in Suri or Felicia, even though I know they made it, pretty far, but if they could have come back for a final two, I would have said, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. I understand that. Orion says, no tea, no shade. So no offense, all offense from Orion. But Corey used to sniff his hands after touching his, no, not his butt. I thought it was his balls. What? Well, this was a really fun lunch hour stream. I apologize for myself and for Orion. Oh, Orion. Okay. No, Orion. I thought it was the balls. Was it the butt? Okay, this is alleged, obviously. No defamation. But no. What do you mean? Okay. Why do I watch this show? David Cushmore, thank you so much for the super chat. Did you watch the Vikings game last week? No, I didn't, David. This week, the Vikings versus the 49ers. Venom, The Last Dance starts October 25th. I love when David just comes in with these facts that I didn't even know. What is Venom? Is that a movie? Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that. Is it a horror movie? Is it a scary movie? Or is it like Alien versus Predator? Also, I was supposed to watch the Vikings because I said this season I would watch with my husband, but I missed it. And by missed it, I walked away. So I need to do better. But thank you, David. I'll let you know if I watch it. Okay. Yeah, Naomi, it's getting worser. Apologies. But just think of it as Ozempic, free Ozempic. We're all gonna get just really, really skinny every time I want. You'd think that would work for me. Every time I want to eat, just think about Corey's, butt sniffing and be Ian instead of saying it. We'll just call it be Ian. Yeah, Sharon, a little bit. They are definitely, but my husband chose that team to cheer for. He's not even Minnesotan. I am, but he's a good man, so I cheer for my husband. And he does listen to a podcast, and there's a local podcast where basically the whole premise, the show is, we just want to see the Vikings win a Super Bowl before we die. I would say we just want to see the Vikings go to a Super Bowl before we die. So hopefully one day. Now everyone's coming in. Matthew says, what about Joseph scratching his ball and smelling it? Well, that was Joseph. I hope he's well outside of the house. Far, far away. Far, far away. Oh my goodness. Okay, feeds are down. DGF is saying pets are up. So most likely what we're going to see happening tonight is Quinn's going to go. Quinn's going to get meted. He's going to get meted, you guys. He's going to get met with not Julie Chen. And he's going to be like, I can't believe this. I don't understand.
I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch.
There is no fair or unfair in the Big Brother house. First of all, let's just say that. It was really fun to see him win H of H, and sort of get his, to hear he's in it.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
And that's where we're at. Okay. Most likely Quinn will be going home today. He'll be greeted by Jerry O'Connell wearing Julie Chen's dress, according to Julie Chen. Good one, Chen bot. And we are going to go forward. Now, the most interesting thing that'll happen tonight will be, obviously, if there is some kind of last-minute, last-ditch effort that works. But remember, Chemo is known for his now emotional speeches that draw people in and can change their vote. So hopefully Chemo gives another very emo strategic speech. I want to be here. I want to be here because of this. I want to be here because of that. And it works. Otherwise, hey, if there's a way and Quinn finds a way, God bless. There you go. And then whoever wins HOH, that'll be interesting. And I'm hoping for a little power a power shift. And it's not MJ or Cam, no offense, all offense, but we've already, had Chelsea, and that's their little trio. So possibly someone from the trio or Angela and Leah. I'm kind of cheering, even though watching Game Talk with, like Leah might be difficult. I think it could shake things up in a good way to make this week very interesting now that they've taken the AI arena away. But please let us know, sound off in the comments after who you want to see win HOH this week and who you hope gets put on the block. So that is your one duty, your one job, your one fun thing to do. We'll think of it as a fun thing to put in the comment section after the video post. Who do you want to see win HOH and who do you want to see up on the block? You guys, I'll be back after tonight's episode to talk about whatever happens. We can rate how our good friend, superfan Jerry O'Connell does, replacing Julie for the first time in 24 years and 26 seasons. Thank you to everyone for joining. Shout out to my mods, you guys. Make sure you smash that like. Shout out to all my new members like Mike, who joined during the live. Shout out to my super chatter, Steven, David, Big Brother Bride, the Pumpkin Lady, Pamela B, and David Cushmore. If you want access to our exclusive bonus content, make sure you check out my YouTube membership or my Patreon. Follow me on social media at Joleen Lunzer everywhere. And like I always say, you guys are beautiful pumpkin spice babies. And make sure you enjoy yourself because it's later than you think. Bye.